Hey there, Ride the Car Guy here, and today let's finish this Xterra and get it up for sale. All right, since the last video, I have driven all the way down to Alabama and back to pick up an Xterra from Duncan from Nissan Parts Puller. So we're back. I actually went to Vegas as well, so I flew out for the weekend. And so now we're finally back to the Tan Xterra, and we got to get this thing wrapped up sooner rather than later because I need the Xterra in here from Duncan to pull the engine out of it to start our VK swap. So we need to accomplish a lot. We need to get the fan clutch replaced. We need to test the alternator and hopefully that it just has a bad battery. We need to reassemble the whole front end and reinstall our new light that I got from eBay since we last talked. Although it's not gonna be part of this video, I also really wanna get the interior clean because it's pretty funky in there. So all that needs to get done, then we'll be able to put it up for sale and get this thing gone and then get started on the stuff we really wanna do. The fan clutch we're gonna do off camera. I have a video on this specific fan clutch on this specific vehicle in the upper right-hand corner of the screen if you want to check that out. So we'll just knock that out and then we'll move on to testing the alternator. All right, we got the new fan clutch in and that's looking, you know, nice and shiny. So next I just got to go get a working vehicle, my other Xterra, and then we're going to hook it up to this thing, jump it, and we're going to see what voltage the alternator is putting out. All right, 14.4, that's perfect. Obviously, that's that one charging this one, right? So once we let this sit for a couple minutes, we're gonna start it, then we're gonna see what the voltage is when it's running on its own. All right, it's been a couple minutes. Let's go see if it'll start. Something's really rattling in there. And it's idling crazy high. Whatever, I'm gonna voice over this. Now to test your alternator, grab your multimeter and put the positive probe on the positive side of the battery and the negative on the negative. Set it to volts DC and make sure that you're seeing over 14 volts. That means that it's gonna be charging the battery. Now, next you can set it to volts AC and look for something called ripple, which is AC current making it into your DC system. You should see less than 0.5. So, one more test, and we're gonna see if this is dropping. Yeah. First of all, I'm an idiot. It was running loud because I didn't finish hooking up the air intake, so the mass airflow sensor was all over the place. And secondly, there's some terrible like flapping, crackling type sound. I'll investigate that later. I'm gonna take a look. I think it might just be something hitting the fan, I hope. But as we watch this, we're kind of doing like a leak down test of the battery, right? It never made it to 12 volts, which is to be understandable because it's been running for like 5 minutes. But take a look how fast it's dropping. Yeah, so I think there you have it. I think we just have a shitty battery. So put that on the shopping list, gonna pick that up, swap it in here. That should resolve our issue. So I'm back from Walmart where I found a battery for the vehicle. No big deal, it was like $60. So I just wanted to get one that's gonna get this thing running and sold. And then, you know, if someone wants a better battery in the future, they'll have to pick it up. Before I put the battery in though, I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble the front end because we're gonna do a little bit of electrical work. There's open electrical behind the headlight, and there's electrical in the fog lights that we're gonna take out. So deal with all that, then go ahead, put it all back together, throw the battery in, get the hood on, and just see how it runs. On this side, we have the connection for the fog light, which I'm just gonna tape this up just to protect these contacts and then leave it the way it is. The other one, it looked like this got ripped off. So I'm just going to, again, cut the wires back so there's no exposed wires, cap them, and then tape them up. Then I have my little eBay light, and we're gonna get this set in here and figure out if we can kind of get it, you know, generally speaking, where it needs to be, and then straighten out our fender. You know, it occurred to me that I should get this straightened out as much as I can before trying to put the headlight in, right? Because this is going to kind of determine where the headlight sits on the right side. So for this, honestly, I'm just going to pull it back with my hands and try to get it back into shape. And then when, oh, okay, that was pretty easy. And then this used to be a seam here. I'm going to tap this down gently. And then other than that, there's not really a whole lot I can do. Oh, wow, okay. There we go. That was actually kind of shockingly easy. I'm going to call that good enough. The more you manipulate this metal, obviously, first of all, the weaker it gets, but also the more paint you lose. So I'm going to slide this back into place before we start messing with our headlight. All right. And it occurred to me I have to drop these 2 bolts. All right, now I just need to hit the 7, tighten these 2 down, put these 2 in, and then the 3 up top, and our fender's back on. As I go, I'm checking my door clearance because obviously you don't want that hitting, and it looks good. Excellent. Now we have a better idea as to like what needs to be manipulated. Oh, there's a bolt down here I forgot. There's one down here. Yeah, okay. One more. I guess that would explain why I had an extra bolt. All right, this is just gonna have to be the way that it is. Things will never be the same. So there's honestly a ridiculous amount of screws in these headlights. I can get 3 out of the 5, and this one is sitting down in the bracket. So that's as close as I'm gonna get. I have a spacer, because this got knocked down so far that there's space now here. So I have a spacer and a longer screw. I'll put it in place, and I'll get these 3 screwed in, and there's a huge gap here too. I mean, there's just no way to avoid it, unfortunately. Hopefully, the grill will still fit. Hopefully there's enough slop in the design that the grill will fit and that it actually slides in right here where it's supposed to. But we shall see. So screwing these in, and let's move on to, yeah, the grill. All right, honestly, that feels pretty dang strong. It's missing the one over here, so it wiggles a little bit on the left side. But honestly, I don't even think this is gonna rattle or shake while driving, which is really great because that would be super annoying. But that's as far as we can go with it. So let's keep going. All right, here's our new used grill. And this is kind of important because it'll kind of highlight just how bad things are. Hey, hey, hey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. This guy's obstructing. Let me see how far away we are from perfection. Well, let's get the bumper on first. And once the bumper's on, these bottom tabs slide in, and then we'll try to adjust the light. All right, honestly, it's pretty wonky over here. The grill sits out and actually goes over the headlight like that much, just a tiny, tiny bit. I mean, that's as good as we're gonna get here, folks. So what I'm gonna do is keep going. I'm gonna hook up the electrical on this headlight and then honestly, put the hood back on and the fender liners. But honestly, those are like partial fender liners at this point. At this point, I'm just kind of concerned about the hood fitting. I hope it does. There we go. Awesome. I have them aligned enough to get them on there loosely. It's gonna be a little sketchy, but we're gonna lift this. Woo, okay. Oh, let me get the prop rod. That looks healthy enough. Oh, no. All right, let me reach. All you need is a couple threads. Okay, that one's good. All right, not bad. All right, so I just have them finger tight, and we're going to just check for clearances on, well, everything, right? On both sides, on this fender, and then make sure it actually latches. Oh my God. Wow. Wait till you see this. Check out that absolutely killer body line. Wow. I'm gonna have to see if I can get the fender to come in. It may kind of look like crap, but it's actually, I mean, it's already better, right, than it was before. We're gonna have to loosen all of those up top and try to push the top in as far as we can. There's space. There's a huge gap at the light too. Oh my God. I think it's just gonna need a new fender, which I'm not going to do. There's gonna be a little bit of slop in these bolts up here, so I can kind of push it as far this way as I can without sacrificing the shut line over here too much, right? So I'm gonna do that and see how the left side looks, or I guess the right side, and then hopefully I can close this up a little bit. But my God, does that look bad. Okay, that actually did help. That side looks straight, and this side ever so slightly got tighter, but again, not fantastic. I am not pleased. I will say, however, with a fender in the correct shape, I think this will actually look quite decent. It'll be in pretty good shape. All right, now we just need to get our new battery in here so we can get this thing started and moving around. I got new battery tie downs because the stock ones broke when I tried to take them off, so I'll install those. All right, now let's see if the thing starts. If it does, I'm taking it out of the garage, probably for the last time. Now, is it perfect? Not even remotely close. But is it good enough? Honestly, I think so. For less than $300, I was able to get this thing kind of where I want it. I got myself a battery, I got the fan clutch, I got the hood, and the grill. So I got all that replaced, and the headlight actually. So actually more like $400, but that's okay. Although it may not look fantastic, I'm sure some of you might be able to do it better. So if you do think you can do it better and you want to take a crack at it, give me a call because this sucker's going up for sale. My contact info is down in the description below. If you want this thing as just like a trail rat, it might be a good VK swap candidate, which is the whole reason that I bought it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe for more content. VK swap coming soon. It's getting a lot closer now that I'm done messing around with this one. And like this video if you liked it. See you in the next one.